Hello everybody, DBD here and welcome back to The Long Dark. I believe we're on episode 8 now, after making tons of progress in the previous episode in order to make a new base here in Coastal Highway. And I'm not really sure what our plan is for now, but I'm thinking Desolation Point, heading over there, searching it. So I'm gonna take a moment. Oh, before I begin playing, I just want to let you guys know that I am testing new settings for my noise gate. Now, what that's designed for, the noise gate, for those of you who don't know, is it's a setting on my recording software that eliminates noise from the background. So if the laundry machine is shaking, if my mom's on the phone downstairs, the noise gate is designed to let my voice come through, but to stop other noises from getting through. But sometimes that actually causes a distortion in my voice if I speak the softer letters like H or W at the beginning of my sentence. So if you've ever noticed that it seemed like half of my first word was cut out, that was the noise gate. So I'm testing new settings now, and we're going to see how the noise gate performs now that I've tweaked it. Alright? So, yeah, I'm gonna think about what we're doing today. I'm gonna prepare for a voyage, and then we'll head out. Alright guys, I think I'm pretty much prepared for the trip now. So I left my knife and hatchet behind. I took 25 charcoal because we're going to map Desolation Point while we're there. And other than that, we're good on meds. We have enough matches to create 3 outposts and still have some matches left over. We've got our 3 coal, our good mag lens, all the treatments we could possibly need. Full roster of clothing that's suitably repaired. And we have coffees, herbal teas, and we still have 6 birch bark teas in here, plenty of fish hooks, can opener for canned food, pry bar for lockers. We have a shitty torch. I checked if we have a better one. We do not, but we also don't have a jerry can that we can use to make more. So that's, that's temporarily halted for now, but we'll take care of that. Hopefully, we'll find a jerry can while we're there. All right? So, I am going to take one more nap. And after that nap, we're going to head to Desolation Point. And by the time we get back here, it might be possible for us to craft something with our bear skins, like a new bedroll. But today I'm going to try to harvest some down from ptarmigans so that we can make the improved bedroll. That's very appealing to me right now. So, let's get some sleep, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Alright, we've got daylight. Look at that, the freezer is almost full of animal parts. And now the fridge is actually the container that has a lot more space left. Right on, eh? We're gonna need more water for the trip, definitely. We'll take all that, and that should be enough water to last us the journey. As far as food goes, we're gonna end up finding some, but we will have to take at least some moose meat with us. 4 pieces is what? Just about 3 days of rest. Yeah, that should be fine. And we're probably gonna find more food while we're out there. I'll take one more, just for good measure. Alright, and now we begin our journey to Desolation Point. Let's try to avoid confrontation. One thing I learned as I gradually got better at Interloper, I learned that it's actually the traveling that's the funnest part. You know, a lot of people have this dream that they're gonna accomplish everything they need to do and settle down, but that's when it's over, you know? And as long as you can find reasons to continue traveling, that's what makes your playthrough much, much longer. And I think the best thing you could do, if you're a first-time player, is aspire to unlock all the achievements or trophies or whatever on Stalker difficulty. Get 500 Day Survivor while also mapping the world, while also getting all your skills to level 5. That truly is like that's what I wish I had done, you know? Yeah, we're gonna need these, which means we might have to kill that guy. Hang on. We might have to. It depends on how this works. If we break his pathing and he pisses off out of here, then it becomes a non-issue, right? He's coming. It's because we stink. Alright, we might just have to bite the bullet and kill this guy. Hopefully we make our shot. We got him. Alright, he's down. Torn clothing. Oof. That damaged something pretty bad. Alright. Let's grab these. I'm not going to bother harvesting anything from the wolf. Alright. Well, we're 12 more arrow shafts richer now. You know what? I'll check under the visors. You never know. We might find one of those lockboxes here. Alright. One of the keys for them, anyway. Alright. We're almost at our first shelter. We can rest up. This area can be very dangerous. A lot of intersecting wolf spawns here. Now, deer hides are the one hide that we're actually lowest on, so I'm going to be checking various locations that I know of for pre-generated deer carcasses. I don't know too many around here, but I do know about that one. Shame it isn't there. Now, where's the shelter? There it is. Let's warm up and get some rest. We won't sleep, but pass time, warm up. Okay. Let's be thorough. Decent wool socks, huh? 70%? Well, we'll just scrap them. Already covered on that front. Now, let's take a look at the clothing, try to determine. It was probably the deer hide boots. No, they seem consistently, like, alright, more or less. Yeah, I couldn't tell you what got damaged there, but at least nothing broke. Wasn't too bad, right? Alright, let's warm up the rest of the way and then hit the road again. Hypothermia risk healed. Let's head out. Oh, Jesus. Alright. Looks like we're going the rest of the way in a blizzard. Hyperith the cold last night. Wow. That's kind of funny, not gonna lie. I mastered the long dark, but 3rd grade grammar, that's what got me in the end. Alright. So I'm pretty sure if you just keep this rock wall to your left, you'll eventually come to a cave that you can shelter up in. It's gonna be pretty fucking cold in that cave, probably, but the rest of the way to the transition, getting into Desolation Point, is very easy once you're at that cave. And I may find a deer carcass here. Well, no dice on that carcass today. Yeah, looks like we're gonna get no respite in here. It's too cold. Let's keep moving. I'll want to search that truck over there. There's honestly a few places that I'd like to check in this region. But we don't have to check them all on the way through. We can check some on the way back. Alright. Okay. I'm gonna want to be very sparing of the lantern fuel. Only using it to check around shit, you know what I mean? Alright, we'll move this. Trigger its respawn. Let's move these pieces of coal. Okay. Now, for the sake of conserving as much fuel as possible, we're gonna remove some of our clothing items so that we can have as much stamina as possible while running through here. We're too low on lantern fuel to not be economical right now. Oh, there we go. Okay. This guy, check behind here. Sometimes there's something. Nothing. Alright. Scrap that later. Nothing. Oh, I've moved a lot of coal in here. We're gonna have quite a supply to return to. That's a little more time. Get our stamina fully back. And we're almost ready to get some health back. Sounds like a blizzard outside. It'll be good to sleep through it. I shit you not, I must have moved roughly 20 coal in here. It's a big number, it was a lot. Alright, we don't need this on anymore. Alright, I'll take one more very careful look underneath this thing. But we need the lantern fuel. Alright. Time to run around, tire ourselves out, and then get 10 hours of sleep. That should do. We're ready to get our rest. Let's drop our moose meat outside and only eat however much we need for a rest. That'll do. An Aurora. Well, that's equal parts good and terrible. At least our health is looking good. Anyway, there's a lot of shortcuts that we can take here. Even though it doesn't look like it. Let's get to the Lonely Lighthouse. I think that's going to be our main base location for this. And let's try to find a safe route down this wall without tearing up our clothing and screwing up our ankles and wrists. By the way, guys, you can't... I don't know if you know this, but if you have sprain risk, but you're standing still, you can't get a sprain. So sometimes it's better to stand still and think about your next move rather than continuing to move around. Look at that. Jumping down the cliffside. Alright. We've descended without injury. We're fine now. Something over there. That's a burdock root. I'll harvest these for the sake of extending our vitamin C supply. Susanna just went through one hell of a struggle in her stalker world. She's at about half health. She never got the bulletproof vest because she feels like she's safe enough with the clothes that she has protection-wise, but I think that this scare, getting to half health, has kind of shown her that it's always possible to die. So maybe she'll be doubling back to Black Rock soon to try and get that vest. I learned a long time ago that there's a very big difference between feeling safe and feeling secure. Like, when you're safe, nothing can really kill you or hurt you, but feeling secure is deceptive safety. Feeling secure can be a false sense of safety. It's important to know the difference in your own head. Alright, let's run around this way. I know that there's a mine entrance over here. Let's keep the bow ready and keep our head on a swivel. We are not safe. And we do stink like moose meat, so extra caution is required. Oh, here's one. Dangerous MF over here. Try to go around. No, I might not be able to scale this terrain. I mean, it's worth a try. Yeah, I don't think I can get all the way through here, but maybe. It'd be pretty useful, eh? Look at that. We went around the wolf by using our noggin. That's what this is all about. Okay. And the mine entrance is right over here, so we can take a breather. Get out of the danger zone a little bit. Okay. Now, this mine would take us all the way to the other entrance of it, on the other side of the region, but we're not going to do that. We're just going to take a brief peek around here, maybe lantern fuel. I was just about to say, see if we can find some fuel, so that was real good. Now we can top up the lantern a little bit. Alright, I think that's pretty much everything for now. Put this out here so we don't miss it later. Oh. Alright. I'm gonna refuel my lantern and warm up, and then we'll keep hitting the road. It's not much fuel, but we were so low, I'm extremely grateful to have found it. Okay, the Aurora's over, I think. And we did not forget our bedroll. Let's keep this bow ready. Keep our head on a swivel. We're gonna search this church on the way to the lighthouse. Alright, let's take a look around. All the Lethal Company that I've been playing with Mitch, it's funny, I keep, like, every other game I play, I was playing Raft yesterday, and when I was walking around an island, I wanted to scan for resources. You don't have a scanner in Raft, you know what I mean? And I was just walking around this church, and I was like, man, I'd love to scan and ping resources right now. Lethal Company is frickin' good, though. If you got friends and you're looking for a game to play, just play Lethal Company. The series isn't doing too well in terms of likes and views and whatever, but that was never the intention when we made it. We want to preserve the memories. Mitch and I played a ton of Monster Hunter World back in the day, and there were so many laughs that we had in that game. And I only wish we would have recorded them all, but we won't make the same mistake with Lethal Company or with any other game that we decide to play together in the future. Yeah, we're gonna preserve those memories. I mean, why wouldn't we, right? Now that I know how to edit videos, it doesn't have to just be a job. It can be something I do with my friends as a hobby, too. Preserve those golden moments that you never want to forget. What the fuck? Okay, that wolf attacked the rabbit. Now, I've found beef jerky down here before, so let's take a look and see if there's anything for us here. Fuck, we're like Arwen from Lord of the Rings. There is nothing for us here. Oh shit, I might want to put on my gear, eh? We've made it to the Lonely Lighthouse. And we've taken our first hesitant steps into Desolation Point. This bridge is a really good place to kill wolves, by the way. Same with that bridge right over there. The reason why is because when you force them onto the bridge, they can only run straight at you. No more zigzagging, no more running in a, like a circle toward you, right? If you can make it so they run straight at you, that's an ideal scenario. And although it's slightly more likely that they run straight at you with a stone wall, it is certain that they're going to run straight at you on that bridge. So useful. Alright, let's head inside. Look around. Warm up. I really hope that we find a jerry can while we're in this region. We need one in Coastal Highway. You know what? I think... What time is it? I think it might be more prudent to just rest until morning and conserve our lantern fuel. I don't want to sleep when I only need, like, 7 hours of sleep, but that's honestly arguably better than the alternative of wasting all this fuel. I'm gonna drop our meat outside and only eat enough calories for the rest that we can get. You guys hear that? Oh, it's the flag. Okay, I thought that was the footsteps of a creature, but it was just the flag. So that's 3 hours of rest. Alright, that should do. Alright, found the bed in the dark. Alright. Oh man, this guy's going crazy. See, this is a good note. This is well written. Oh, yeah, this is one of those notes where you know that somebody was going for a very specific vibe. This guy kept hearing his mobile ring, but the battery's dead. So he's like deludedly imagining it, right? And then this guy gets hypothermia and dies in his sleep, the only one that's keeping him sane. And his other friends committed suicide. So that's like, it's so dark, but it kind of conveys this, you know, everything that this game is about. Like the desolation, the isolation, the hopelessness that you struggle with. and the desire to stay alive even when it seems counterproductive to do so. That was a very well-written note, and I have a lot of respect for whoever wrote it. Doesn't look like there's much around these lockers here. Anything between or around these boxes? I mean, most likely something inside them, but I don't want to harvest them all right now. Take a little peek right here. You never know what you're missing. Cured leather. See that? Oh my god. I had to look twice just to see this cured leather. That is amazing. Alright. Yeah, the loot in this game is so satisfying. Like, searching like a madman is the most sane thing to do. Alright, well, I found a sewing primer book. That's not nothing. It probably won't make that much of a difference at this stage of the game, but... yeah, it would only give us a sliver. Alright, fire fuel it is. Try to take a peek behind the shelf here. After finding that leather, I have renewed inspiration, shall we say. Alright. Anything behind these boxes that's only visible from here? Not that I can see. I think we got everything around here. I'm thinking we're gonna have an outpost here, and we're also gonna have another outpost at the whaling station down there. Or the trailers outside the whaling station. Alright. Ketchup chips. We're doing good on finding food. Can't ask for better. We got a lot of food in here. Some of it's ruined, so we can't store it, but a lot of it's still good. Which ain't bad. Let's drop this ruined stuff and put it on the table so we know to eat it later. Alright, looks like that's everything I'm gonna find in here, so unless I can think of something else that should be deposited, I'll scrap whatever excess clothing we still have. At which point, it's gonna be time to head out and proceed to the whaling station. Later it gets, the warmer it gets, right? So if the blizzard lasts until evening, that's not a terrible thing. It sounds like it's no longer blizzarding out there, but it does sound a little windy. Pass a little more time. Alright, it seems very calm out there. Alright, before we head to the whaling station, I'd like to go over here and map that lookout, where the deer carcass is, and maybe grab its hide while we're at it. So let's hop down and head over there. Nope. Alright, we don't need to be falling through the ice. Interesting, though. I don't know what's up with that canoe, or if you can find anything there. Alright, let's do the mapping now. Alright. That wasn't bad. And let's grab the hide. 28 minutes. That's pretty brutal. We'll damage ourselves, though, accordingly with what must happen. We basically spent half an hour out here, so... that should... it didn't seem long enough, did it? Alright, there. Maybe next time what I'll do in order to be more precise is I'll scrap a piece of clothing that takes 45 minutes and I'll go 2/3 of the way there. That way I ensure I'm getting like exactly the 30 minutes I deserve, right? It's kind of hard to do when you're just waiting an hour. Like, you don't really know when it's been half an hour when you're waiting for 1 hour. And the ravens are out, or the crows. So if we don't see crows flying around here, then that means that there is no pre-generated deer carcass over there to get. Oh, there is one. Alright. Well, we're gonna go warm up and then we'll come back for it. Hopefully it's warm out there. No rest for the weary. Oh, there's a wolf. Gotta try to avoid him, though, or else I won't be skinning anything. Here it is. And it looks like we can harvest it from a windproof location, which is really gonna help us to not freeze. Alright. Okay, we don't have to pay any health tribute for that. It went perfectly, without a hitch. I'd really love to know a shortcut to get up to the lighthouse, but I've never been able to learn one, honestly. I always end up having to go the long way around. I would love to learn a more convenient route to get up there. Tell you one thing, we ain't getting a 6-hour sleep or 7-hour sleep tonight. This is definitely gonna have to be a full 10 hours. Alright, let's drop those. Birch sapling, maple sapling, and extra shit. Now, we are pretty damaged, but it's also a very convenient time to travel, so I am gonna be stepping outside the door again, maybe heading over to the Riken. And we're gonna hope the wind hasn't increased in severity. I see no clothes that aren't being worn. We have nothing left to scrap there. And, we don't really have any needless encumbrance. Alright, how are we doing on water? We have enough to last us a little while yet, so... let's head out. Hopefully the temperature agrees with us. Now, I could theoretically walk up here, but I feel like this hill right here might be too steep. But I can try. Just for the sake of learning, right? And it's entirely possible... yeah, that's too steep. But, you know what? There probably is a way you can get up there. I wouldn't be surprised. Now, there might be a pre-generated deer carcass around over there. I'll take a look. And then we'll head into the Riken. Right, we're not doing too good on food. We forgot to bring moose meat with us, but that's okay. After all, we have those prepared burdock roots, and we have cattails. We'll be alright. We might even find some food in the Riken. Now, if there is a deer carcass, I don't think it spawns over there. I could be wrong, but I think it spawns over here. Through this pass. Get out of the frickin' wind. It got real chilly out here real fast, didn't it? Honestly, I'm kind of relieved that I can't see a deer carcass here right now. I would not want to harvest it in this weather. Alright. Should be alright in here for a little bit. Let's take a look around. I have to be careful while I'm clicking in here because, if I accidentally start harvesting a metal shelf, for example, that's going to waste a lot of fuel. Nothing in those containers. let's keep looking. And around that. From here. Alright, let's head upstairs. We're so low on lantern fuel, I really want to be quick about all the searching that we do. Which means I may miss stuff, I apologize if I do. Alright. This is a good place to have a fire. It's windproof from most directions. Huh. Hibernia Processing. There's a memento cache right there. Oh, key. Holy shit, guys. It looks like we are going to open up our first memento box and see what's in it on Interloper. Take a brief check down here, just make sure we're not leaving any loot behind. Not that I can see. Could be wrong, though. Okay. Now, I'm gonna tire myself out. And we gotta get some sleep. We need 750 calories. Alright, that's 550. $675. And one more of these. Alright, we're good. Get some much needed health back. Well, guys, I don't know when it happened, but at a certain point, we passed 100 days survived. Definitely a sign that we've had a good run. And it's nowhere near over. We got a lot left to do. Now, I'm going to go to the roof of the Riken, and I'm going to map it. Now, I should emphasize, I'm not really... I want Faithful Cartographer, but I also don't want to have to reference any sort of guide while I'm playing, so I'm going to map the world to the best of my ability, but I'm not actually going to stress it too much, right? Alright. Let's get there quick. It's really fucking cold. Oh, Jesus. It's even starting to blizzard, it looks like. Another one of these transmitter boxes. Wow, it's hard to believe this is as much daylight as it can muster for us. Alright. I'll try to find what I can find without using my lantern. I really want to conserve the fuel. We're getting quite low. And honestly, we found the whetstone, so like that's... I know that that's one of the big ticket items in here. Ruined sports socks. Alright, well, you know what? We found the whetstone. That's what matters to me. We'll warm up, and we'll look for that memento cache outside. There could be anything in there. I'm pretty excited. Although, could also be empty. Kind of reminds me of the 7 days to die on 25% loot. Like, you find those hidden stashes, those special loot crates, and they're just always empty, right? It's disappointing, but when you play on 25% loot, that's what you're asking for, so... Oh, there it is, I think. No, that's just one of the pieces of dock wood. Well, we'll keep looking after. For now, we're about to start freezing. I want to... Ooh. Okay, there's a metal container right here. So from this metal container, it should be... that way. Alright, well, you know what? We'll go over there and we'll take a look after. I'm not 100% sure. But I don't need to be. I'll look around. We'll definitely find it before we head out. Oh, who knows what they've done to the loot here. I mean, this place was a circus to loot before. Like, you could find so much stuff just hidden around. I can't imagine what it's going to be like now. I want to be extra thorough. I really hope I find more lantern fuel. Look at that. Fucking whetstone just sitting on the barrel here. Literally have to look everywhere now, which I like. It's not as mundane as looting used to be. Fucking crowbar right here. Oh my god. Like, the looting game in Long Dark has definitely changed so much for the better. I couldn't be more proud. They've done a really good job of tweaking and optimizing Interloper. Now, there is usually like a backpack or something behind here, but you gotta harvest a bunch of crates in order to get to it. So I may pass that up. Now, what about up there? Yeah, there's loot up here. We'll check that. First, we'll check this. So look. Oh, maybe they patched it. Oh, no, they didn't. So I walked into this leaning shelf, and I was able to get up here. Matches, very good. And we'll name you Deadman Marcus. I am alive. Ugh, this is an uncomfortable slope. Look at that, though. We got a coffee right there. Again, I have to click very carefully. I don't want to start accidentally harvesting these broken metal doors. Waste a lot of time and energy. Although, I think that's a really good way to tire yourself out. Just part way harvest a shelf and then cancel it after. You'll fatigue yourself pretty fucking quickly doing that. Alright, we found antibiotics and a bunch of food up here. And it looks like the food's in acceptable condition. Acceptable, I use that term hesitantly. Oh, I think it's actually shorter if I just hop down here through the railing. I don't think I actually get injured. No. I can't really get around these crates. Not really. I'd have to harvest them out of the way. You know what? I'll do it. Just to see what's back there. You can hop down there, I think. Yeah, you can climb up here, and then you can just sort of run at it, right? You can see the backpack, but then how do you get out once you have the backpack, right? Pretty much the only way is to harvest these, so we'll do that. I'm not going to stand on them, though. That's a good way to taunt a bug. Alright. Hour 30 each. It's pretty steep, but we're getting the wood for it anyway. And you never know what you'll find in that backpack, really. Alright, we're the proud owners of 12 reclaimed wood. First digit is 4. 3. Second digit is 22. Okay, 3, 23. Alright, we're in. Crack her open. A new down vest and some cash. It's so cold out here that people lock frickin' clothing in their gun safes. Isn't that amazing? They're like, this vest is my treasure. Like, it's so fucking cold here, no one can steal this vest or I'll die. Sharpening your blade. A flat sand or river stone, huh? Axe or knife, you will want to lubricate the surface with water to keep the filings in suspension, and your work will go faster. When no light is visible along the cutting edge, you've reached your mark. Interesting. Damn. That might actually be a... I know nothing about sharpening a blade, but if somebody actually took the time to put that in the game and it's accurate, then good on them. Useful information is a hell of a lot better than useless information. Go figure, right? Alright, let's take a look upstairs. Although I can't shake the feeling that I need to look just a little bit more carefully here. Like, they've changed the loot so much, right? Like, you never really know until you've really looked. And even then, I could look very carefully and still miss something new that they put here. And I also can't overstate how much I appreciate that. Like, they actually put loot here that you might never see because you don't look carefully enough. Most people, like most developers, would put loot in the obvious places because they obviously want their work to be appreciated and seen. But, like, finding hidden loot that they never expected you to find somehow feels so much better. It's like they hide it, not that you might find it, but that you might miss it. And that hits different, you know? I appreciate it, like, twice as much. I found a whetstone and I found a pack of matches. No sewing kit, though. No jerry can, either. I'm really hoping that we find a jerry can somewhere. We might find one in that cave that connects this end of the region to the other end of the region. Alright. Well, that's this room checked thoroughly enough. Let's take a look in here. That can of soda wasn't a guarantee. I'm grateful to have found it. Oh, neither was that. I think both packs of matches that we found in here were not guaranteed spawns. Which is fucking amazing. Alright. For what it's worth, I'll just look over here. We already checked Dead Man Marcus over there. He feels alive, even though he's definitely not. Alright, can't get up there. It'd be crazy if there was fucking loot on this pipe and you could, like, squeeze through here. But what's funny is I'm actually expecting shit like that now. I'm not really doubting anything. They've been so thorough with the loot. Let's leave this behind. We don't need a stack of papers. Alright. Encumbrance-wise, it's it's pretty rough out here, but we'll be okay. 1% antibiotics. Jesus. Alright, those are a decoration. Now, let's search these lockers and try to seek out that memento cache. And we have to go search the other trailer here as well. I don't see it here. And as I thought, this is just a piece of dockwood. Maybe under the train car, or on top of the train car, or... Oh, here it is. Clever. Alright. And we got 3 marine flares. You know what? I'm not even disappointed. Those do have a lot of use. They're really good at demoralizing wolf packs if you throw them repeatedly. Alright. Now, let's check over here. Loot the trailer. Faithful cartographers, like... It's really tedious, and you kind of have to cross-reference everything you're doing with like a list online, right? And I don't want to do that yet. That's like when we're really desperate for additional content in the playthrough, and we're nowhere near that desperate yet. Good look in here. Scrawled message. A memento hint. Deer carcass, rabbit grove, fir limb, cedar limb. So that's by Katie's secluded corner. I have to admit, getting 3 marine flares makes it worth checking. That was good. Right? Oh, we got a can of food in here. No jerry can, but we're not done with this region yet. Nor are we even done with Coastal Highway. There's a lot of unlooted places that we left there. Now, do we rest here or do we wait until later? Food-wise, it's looking pretty sus, but health-wise, we're able to eat some of the lower condition food. Oh yeah, there can be a fucking bear around here. I should be careful. So you know what? I think we're gonna sleep in the cave up here. We're not gonna sleep in that trailer. We're gonna sleep in the cave on our bedroll. And we can afford to eat marginally sus food before we do. I need to be very careful when going into that cave, though. There are wolf and bear patrols here on a regular basis. Okay. And you know what? Maybe that memento hint up at Katie's secluded corner just leads us to the Riken, to the key there, so... Tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna put the car battery in the car. It's our ticket out of here, Johnny. Alright, the bear is way over there. We don't need to worry about him right now. It's good that we got some antiseptic. I like having a little stash of that, you know, at certain outposts in every region. Now, we are gonna check out the cave with the wolf in it over there, but I'm gonna want to sleep before we do that. A well-rested struggle is much better for you than one where you're not well-rested. Let's head inside. Hopefully we don't get food poisoning. I'd love to top up our health. Alright. And we're gonna take this cave back when we go back to the lighthouse. Now, let's eat up, and let's hope that this goes in our favor. We got some sus fucking food to eat. We'll start with the Pinnacle Peaches. That's 6 hours of sleep. And then I think we'll just eat the tin of sardines. If we do get food poisoning, maybe we can get some use out of those 1% antibiotics. No food poisoning from that. Alright, let's eat the... You know what? Ketchup chips. They are lower, but... Alright, no food poisoning. We are almost out of water, though. We're gonna have to address that shortly. Let's get our rest. Oh, we need a little more calories. There we go. Alright. One thing that I find promising is we're actually most likely to find the jerry can that we need in this cave. But our lantern fuel is very low, so we might actually have to resort to utilizing one of our flares to get through here. Our torch is only 15%, so that's specifically just a fire-starting torch. But we're alright. We're doing okay. We're very encumbered, though, so let's keep our head on a swivel, because we are not safe. We'll check out that bridge, and then we'll head to the cave with the wolf in it. Doing our best to stick to windproof areas on the way. I know there might be a deer carcass over there, but I don't care about it enough to wander over there. Not when it's this cold. Fuck, if there is a bear around here, what will we even do to avoid the struggle? Alright, well that's his cave, and it doesn't look like he's around, so we're gonna call that a win. Let's hop down and go into that wolf cave over there. You guys see anything in here? It's pretty fucking dark. What was that? Quality tools. I could barely see that. It's a good thing we found it. I really need some more lantern fuel. Spray paint. We have a lot in other regions, but we don't... We're doing pretty bad on lantern fuel in Coastal Highway and Desolation Point. Alright, is there any safe way to... No. We're gonna have to hop down the cliffside. Even that might not be safe, but safer than dropping off a fucking bridge onto a frozen body of water. Alright. Looks like we made it down. With no scratches. I'm gonna briefly take a look over here on this, near this waterfall, see what I can find. Probably nothing, but it's worth a look all the same. At a glance, I see nothing of interest. Let's head in. We're gonna have to be real careful here. There is a wolf that patrols this cave, and I don't know where we're gonna run into it, but shitty part is, I can't have light and my weapon out at the same time. So we're gonna have to hope that it starts stalking us before it just straight up bum rushes us. I may even start a fire in here just so we can grab some torches out of it. Because this lantern, it's on its last legs now. That .17 liters that we found earlier was a godsend. It really carried us through all the way here, so let's be grateful. Ruined salmon, charcoal. He's coming. From where is the question. Alright, you know what? We're gonna start a fire. Holy shit. Good thing we have a 100% chance. Woo! Alright. Oh, buddy. If I can put an arrow in him, I can make sure he doesn't cause us problems later. But he was too fast. Alright. At the very least, maybe cook that fish. We need more water. So screw the fish. We have food. I'm not going to worry about that. We will just prepare some water. Take that fish, put it on him so that it despawns. Jesus, that's a massive fish, actually. You know what? I probably will try to just cook that and eat it. I wonder how we're doing on fire fuel. I know we have, like, reclaimed wood and stuff. Maybe we should have made a stockpile at, the whaling station. That would have been smart, huh? We'll use as much of this as we can. And we'll get some stuff done. Alright, let's grab a torch out of here before we forget. Nice. That's got to be at least 40%. And a slightly lesser one, for the sake of it. We'll need light. Major vitamin C. Alright. Let's keep this going for now. We're gonna eat that fish later. It is 50%. It might make us sick, but yeah, we'll eat it a little later. I just want to be tired enough to sleep, and I want this wolf dead so that it can't ambush us while we sleep. Alright, we're gonna actually throw a torch down there. See if we can't illuminate the place a little bit. We gotta kill that wolf. At which point, we are more than welcome to sleep and eat that fish and risk food poisoning and all that. Alright, plenty of water. Now... oh, we could not be more over-encumbered. I can kind of see him. Not that well, but... I got him. It might have only been a graze, but he'll be bleeding now. And that's what we need. So let me take a look around here, see if there's any place where I can hop down. Oh god. Alright, that wasn't what I wanted, but alright, we're fine. 2 deers in here. We're gonna want to grab those hides. And we might need to just relight a torch in order to get out. Anyway, he's just running. It doesn't look like he's gonna be aggressive anymore, because he can't get far enough away from me to justify it. Now, I'm gonna keep a fire going. Maybe we can, like, cook some of this deer meat and fill our bellies with it and the fish. And this fire will make sure that we keep the wolf away from us while we harvest. And we don't need to use another match to find our way out of here as long as we still have a fire when we're leaving. Do we have any books? We do. We'll just use a stick. Alright. We will be able to shed some weight when we're done here. Alright, we now have a fire that won't go out. And it'll block the wolf from getting over here. Let's harvest this shit. Oh, there it is, guys. I heard the wolf die. Alright, we no longer have to worry about him. Now let's cook this deer meat. While harvesting this one. Now, hopefully we don't get food poisoning, but if we do, we can tire ourselves out very quickly. So we don't need to worry too much about it. Let's eat this fish. 1,800 calories. Nice. Alright. We're gonna take an opportunity to do some research here. Use up some of this wood that we got. I'd like to keep the fire going if I can. Let me take a look here, actually. Ooh, right! Oh, we cooked that fish, so we have lantern fuel now. Beautiful, I didn't even think of that. Oh, that's amazing. I'm really glad it didn't despawn when I put it in his body. That's very good. Alright. So we no longer are obligated to keep this fire lit. We can afford to let it go out. Now, we will still keep it going to the best of our ability. But we're going to try to get some research done while we're here. We have a full belly of calories. Chuck one of these in there. Get the duration past 5 hours. Alright, so which book is going to benefit us more? Oh, the archery book, for sure. Both of these books are good to research. Like, these are both very good research material. So, we'll want to research them both. I don't know if we'll do both today or right now, but we will get both done. Alright. 5 hours of archery research. Ditch the book. Alright, and let's eat some more. We'll have to try to remember to retrieve our arrow from that wolf carcass. Wow. Alright, that didn't take much. For what it's worth, I'll try to finish our research here. If we can research that fishing book too, it's just more carry weight that we have for the way back. And I don't mind using some of this coal to do it. It's very unlikely that we'll ever end up coming back here again, so... gonna need to find more fuel than that, but we're doing good. Once we're at 5 hours in there, I'll be confident that we can get what we need done. Beautiful. And this fir wood should do it. We now have cabin fever risk, so we're gonna have to deal with that soon. Alright, that'll do. Let's research. We have enough calories. We'll eat more after we're done. And hopefully we have enough fatigue left to get it over with. Looks like we do. However, we certainly didn't need that cabin fever risk. Ugh, we might even get cabin fever after this sleep. We'll have to see. Anyway, let's eat. At least we'll be leaving here fully rested, whether we have cabin fever or not. We're good on water for the trip back. But, for what it's worth, I will try to prepare 2 cans of water here, while we sleep. If they boil over, I don't really care. They're not likely to boil over, though. Alright. Nice. Alright, we're still okay. And do we have more water available to take? We're a lot lighter now. We don't even need to create an outpost at Hibernia Processing. And we do have an extra liter of water. How many cans have we got? We need 1. Now, before we go, let's harvest this second crowbar. It'll reduce in weight slightly. Alright. Looks like that's everything we can do before we head on out of here. We managed to research the fishing book and the archery book. We're good to go. That cabin fever risk is a little spooky, but it shouldn't be a problem. Not really. It isn't my first rodeo. There's a lot of coal around here, and there is that outdoor cave location in the, what's it? Crumbling Highway? Yeah, Crumbling Highway. We'll be alright. So our carry weight is 41. Using all that fuel brought us way down, and we don't need to worry about it. Question is there any other loot that I may have missed? Just about the only thing I can think of is this wolf hide, but it's... I actually can't even interact with this carcass. Let me take a look. Is there like a... Oh, there we go. Okay, right here. I'll take his hide for what it's worth. Oh, carcass condition too low. Okay, that's alright. It's better for our cabin fever risk anyhow. Smarter to leave. Let's get out of here. Let's cross our fingers and hope that we end up finding a jerry can when we're traversing that cave back to the abandoned church. It's a beautiful day. There's no such thing as... There's really no such thing as ruined ketchup chips. There's stale ketchup chips, but come on. Ruined ketchup chips, they're always delicious, even if they're stale. That's the magic and glory of monosodium glutamate. It's one hell of a drug. We are going to want more wood, because we're going to be getting rid of a lot of cabin fever risk. Alright, sadly, no jerry can to speak of. But, whatever, right? We'll take this coal with us, and we'll get a lengthy rest in the cave, the outdoor cave location. We're going to want to grab our deer hides and bring them back to a more accessible location, such as Coastal Highway. I'll make a judgment call. There was a cave I wanted to check on the way back, and we are going to not only check that cave, but use it as our cabin fever mitigation cave. So, yeah, that's what we'll do. And we won't worry about what time of day we leave. Preferably, if we leave later, it's warmer. So sure, we'll try to leave later, but I'm not worried about it. That's right. Skedaddle, scram. You're undefeated. You're messing with the thriller who told you to beat it. Watch your back! Yo, check it out, guys. I did a thing. Yeah, you like those decorations, don't you? It does make it funner. Alright, let's deposit whatever we can. Alright, I took a 3-hour nap. Now I'm gonna mark everything, and then we're gonna get going. It's not gonna get any warmer. And we had 5 cedar wood here, so I'm bringing 5 cedar and 10 coal to stay in that cave with. Alright guys, I've marked everything. I decided to leave 2 coal here. There's an even 3 coal remaining here now. And everything else has been marked, and we're still mobile enough to sprint for another 3.16 kilograms of weight. You know what, guys? I forgot about something. We're gonna check under the bridge over here, just because there might be a jerry can there. You never know. We'll go the long way around. I do wish I had remembered to check earlier. We are kind of wasting temperature, but we have a transition cave to get through before we get to the crumbling highway anyway. And we are full condition, so I'm not too worried about it. Not today, pal. Let's take a look. Oh god. Holy shit. Alright, there's a moose here. Alright, so the way back seems a lot scarier now. Are we okay here? Are we gonna get ambushed by that fucking thing or what? Fucking horrifying, dude. Like, I don't want to tangle with a moose. And if he does come for us, there ain't fuck all we can do. Let's just be grateful that we didn't get fucked by a moose. Okay, we've avoided the... Oh my god. We've avoided the wolves. Now, let's get inside. Oh god, I have to try to break this wolf's pathing. My wrist is sprained, so I can't exactly shoot it, and I don't want him running after us. We're gonna get a full rest, and then we're gonna harvest the crowbar and the hacksaw, and then we're gonna get out of here. Definitely waking up with cabin fever. There it is. Alright. Oh, I don't want to take thirst damage. What if I can avoid it? Yeah, you technically can't pass time when you have cabin fever indoors, but what you can do is harvest something indoors. I don't really know if it's exploitative or not, like, it probably is, but I'm also not using it to warm up or survive. I'm just breaking down these tools so that I'm leaving scrap metal here instead of the tools themselves. Alright. Alright, we have everything. Now, let's head out of here. And we grabbed the oil. I'm just gonna update the text document. Be right back. Alright, that's it. We took the running river oats and cooking oil with us. So now it's time that we just sort of got the hell out of here and headed to that cave. We have to deal with our cabin fever risk big time. We won't be able to rest until we're at that cave with a fire started. As much as I'd like to pop into that cave and warm up, we can't pass time. I know that exploit exists, but I'm not going to use it to warm up inside when I have cabin fever. Like, if I'm already warm, and I'm not getting colder, and I just want to harvest a couple of items, like, that's one thing, but I don't want to actively gain advantage from the existence of that developer oversight, right? My integrity matters more than my temperature or even my life, so... I remember I was reading a Star Wars book about Darth Bane, and one of the quotes in it, it was as follows. What was it? Honor or glory. Honor is a fool's prize, because glory is of no use to the dead and defeated. But, you know what, that may be true, but life is of no use to the dishonorable. It's like, what the hell's the point in living if you're just some lowly little golem creature who skulks around and doesn't respect himself, and doesn't respect the need to challenge himself? I mean, the two are one and the same. You're either all you can be, or you're significantly lesser. So live honorably, and be fair, and do the right thing. Even when no one's watching, because it doesn't matter what people think of you. It matters what you are. And whether or not you operate with dignity, self-respect, and honor when no one's looking, that is what defines the quality of your character and the value of your entire existence. Some of you might think that's a very harsh thing to say, but the people who don't think it's a harsh thing to say are the people who live honorably and the people who respect themselves enough to never take shortcuts. And to never engage in rampant exploitation when it's convenient for them. Oh yeah, I can't pass time. So if we want to wait for our stamina to come back, we'll have to do it el naturel. Alright. So if I want to conserve fuel, I'll actually have to stand still and wait until my stamina comes back before I engage in the process of running again. Let's go. You know where else we might find a jerry can? Is in the connector cave that connects Coastal Highway to Pleasant Valley. That is another option. I have found a jerry can in there before, I think. It's worth checking out. And if we really, really want more fuel, then we could get some by cooking fish. So maybe doing some fishing in Coastal Highway would be a good idea. Anyway, I'm just gonna equip my clothing and keep walking. Since I can't pass time to get stamina back due to the cabin fever, it just seems smarter to do it this way. Take a couple more of these coals with me, too. Once we get to that cave in the crumbling highway, we'll be alright. and get rid of all of our cabin fever all at once. Alright. We can't take much more before sprinting becomes impossible. I hope I make it to the end before we run out of fuel. I'd rather not have to use a match. Can at least save fuel while crouching through here. Okay, we've gotten out of there. 48.76. We can afford a couple more pieces of coal. Alright. Let's continue. We're gonna go, like I said, to that one cave over here in order to stave off our cabin fever risk. However, one thing I'm afraid about is that once I run out of fuel, there will be a blizzard, because it's actually kind of hard to find your way back to the road and the main drag from over there. So, wish me luck, I guess. Oh. Son of a bitch. I was hoping he'd go for the rabbit. Clearly not. That was a rough fucking struggle. Alright. We got a sprained wrist, so we won't be shooting anything anytime. But, we're alright where it counts. In fact, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and treat the sprained wrist so that we have some form of defense available to us. I really wish he decided to attack the rabbit. I thought he was going for the rabbit, but clearly he prefers human meat to rabbit. We are tasty. There's a deer carcass over there. Maybe we could harvest that, but only if it's evening. I'm not taking more health damage for any sake. The Arch. We've arrived at McDonald's. Oh, here it is. I almost passed right over it. Hello, Tai Tai! Tai Tai Tai! Tai 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 Tai! Yeah, you match my ADHD energy, don't you? Yeah. Oh my goodness. Alright, there's our fire. Even got some extra food in here. Let's get it warm. Alright, we got a long time to stay here, but by the time we're done, cabin fever won't be an issue anymore. You know what? While we're passing time in here, we may as well drop everything that needs to be cured. It'll work. There we go. Now we're at least making progress on that stuff. We won't waste any time. We drank a hot drink, so we'll be okay to harvest this hide probably with our bare hands. Alright, let's grab this deer hide. Beautiful. Alright, we got what matters, but you know what? This meat's pretty valuable too. Let's take it. And if the condition is above 40%, then it won't make us sick. Beautiful. That's going to be 100% when we cook it, which means that we do not need to worry about getting food poisoning. Let's eat. 100% fresh venison. Beautiful. All right. Alright, now we just have cabin fever risk. But we are going to want to spend more time out here. We'll use gunpowder and use our torch to light it. Alright. Chuck a couple coal in there, and now we're good. We can harvest this cedar. Alright. And now, how much time is left on this? 2 hours, 36 minutes. Alright, we got it. There is 3 hours left on that fire, which kind of sucks. But we got so much wood that it's like, all we really have to do is keep this one going, and we can spend a lot more time here. And we don't really have anything to do, not really, but the more time we spend out here, the longer it'll take for cabin fever to become a problem again, so. Alright, let's go see if we can destroy those campfires out here. Alright, they've both been harvested. Now, let's gather these and replace the antiseptic that we had to use. I think it's 3 beard lichen to make 1 wound dressing. Alright, 3 hours of sleep in the back of the cave and we should be good to go. Sounds like our fire's out now. And a blizzard started. Alright. Okay, we were able to wait out the blizzard without freezing at all. And one last check, make sure we're not leaving anything here. Looks like we've grabbed it all. We'll ditch some of our excess charcoal. Alright. Time to go. Hang on, let's harvest these in the back. We will be carrying less weight as long as these aren't, you know, bogging us down. Alright, visibility's bad, but our condition is good. And we don't have a sprain, so we can use our bow at will, if anything does happen. Oh, pre-gen deer carcass. I would like to grab its hide. Alright, you know what? We do have sticks. And it is 18 degrees here. Alright. Hopefully the weather holds. But I want this. So we'll put our fire right there. Light it with the sticks. Chuck a coal in there and try to at least take his hide. We'll want to grab the meat while it's frozen, though, with the hacksaw so that it's quicker. Now, let's cook this meat and eat it so we don't stink anymore. I guess whether or not we eat it's gonna depend. Yeah. Condition is good. It'll be at 100% when it's done. Might not be a bad idea to prepare one of our hot drinks here. We'll do that. Alright, let's go. Look at that, eh? 6 deer hides we got on this trip. So, repairing the travois is now a non-issue. There's a wolf. We'll do our best to avoid his detection. No guarantees. Not gonna lie, it's real nice to be home. Oh, there goes our torch. Alright. Oh yeah, 4 more cured wolf pelts right there. And our second cured black bear hide. Let's drop the rest. Right. And now for these. And the maple saplings. And all these guts are done. And our lantern is definitely on its last legs. Alright guys, I've done some updates to our list, our document. Now we have, well, all of this, right? We're doing pretty good. Hang on, I forgot to mark the quality tools and the whetstone changes. Alright, so we have, this is all of our ruined food on this shelf right here. I've updated pretty much everything on the list, and we're in a much better place than we were before. We're pretty much set for the foreseeable future. Tons of deer. We have 8 deer hides now, so repairing the travois is a non-issue. And anytime we want to, we can prepare the bear hide bedroll. But I'm still going to put that off for a while. I decorated nicely here, you know, just to signify that this is where our meds go. I've decided to put these here. They're pretty much, these are both ruined. The antiseptic is fine. I can pick it up and use it whenever I need it. Yeah, we're good. Now, the only thing I'm gonna really want to do at this point is go catch a shitload of fish for now, and then we're gonna continue exploring the region. Alright guys, so I decided I would put all of my fresh food here on this counter, and all of my rotten food over on this one. It's nice and organized now. So right now, it's all about gathering firewood for our fishing trip. Hopefully the wind dies down. Get a lot more gathering done if it does. Honestly, I wouldn't even be thinking about fishing right now if we didn't desperately need the lantern oil, right? Like, that's my main reason for wanting to do it. We are very hurting for lantern oil. Our lantern is dead. There's no more oil in it, right? So either we go to a new region to refuel it, or we find a way of generating fuel here. We could continue searching for a jerry can at various POIs in this region. Like, it's a possibility that we'll find some, but you know, we're there now. Like, we have to actually actively seek it out. So I think what I might do is explore the region first, and then if we don't find a jerry can, then I'll do my fishing. Oof, beautiful sky today. Take 3 liters of that. And try to fill our belly. Hopefully we don't get food poisoning here. But I'm prepared to run around and tire myself out all day if we do. Do we have any, like, kilogram chunks? Yes, we have a kilogram chunk right here, approximately. There. I'd rather have a kilogram chunk if you can have 2 steaks before you stink. But it doesn't look like I'm finding another kilogram chunk in here. Alright, we'll take a 540. And we do not emit scent right now. We're good. So we're going to start looking around some of the other places, see if we can't find a jerry can. If, along our travels, we end up finding the cave that is beside the fire watchtower, then I'll search it. I'll light a torch if I have to get a really good look. Because I do believe I found a jerry can in there before. And while we travel, we'll gather as much fire fuel as we can, endeavoring to use the travois to cart it all back home if we need to. We have so many deer hides now that I'm really not worried about the durability of our travois any longer. Now what's that up there? Is that like a path leading to a car or a cabin? There is something up there that's not nothing. That's an actual site. Very, very out of the way. Yeah, there's stuff here. Let's take a look. Suitcases. Oh my god, these are parts of an airplane. Wow, interesting. Okay. Oh, this is a cock? Oh my god. Enter vehicle. What is this? Well, I'm standing in it, but I can't find anything of value in here. Strange. That's so weird. You can actually enter this plane's cockpit and everything. But it just, at a glance, it doesn't look like there... Oh. Oh, this is like a little car. There's a front seat and a back seat to this thing. But, I mean, I'm not finding anything good in here, it looks like. Interesting. Very interesting, though. That's really cool. And I suspect that it might even be possible for you to find, like, a flare gun in here if you're on a different difficulty. That's very interesting. I've never found this before, never seen it. Oh, search hatch? What's this? Damn it. Wow, gee, I gotta get Zuzi to take a look at this when she goes to Coastal Highway next. It's a plane crash cockpit that looks like a car. Have you ever found that? It's right up here in Coastal Highway. The Quonset's just down that hill. Yeah, fucking weird, eh? Anyway, I don't think there's another place to go to over there, so maybe we go down to the Quonset again, warm up. Or, you know what, no, I'll hoof it. We're getting tired. We're gonna want to sleep soon enough, so we'll get our health back. Anyway, if memory serves, somewhere along this path I will eventually get to a trailer. You know what, let's make sure we have stamina to fall back on in case we need it. I'm unlikely to break the pathing of a charging bear here, but I'd rather have stamina to try it if a bear does charge at me. Or a wolf for that same matter. Alright, so we're just up the hill from the Quonset right now. We got acorns over there. Is there any sort of, like, shelter over here? Is this just kind of a gathering point for various resources? I can at least get some burdock root, if nothing else. A rope climb, huh? We don't have our crampons, but that's a trailer right there. Alright, you know what? Maybe we'll rest up at that trailer and then we'll head in there. We'll head up there and climb that rope and see what we can see. Pretty much the same, except this is more waterproof. Offering greater general warmth, but less windproofing. And if this was fully repaired, it would be 0.5 and 1.0 windproof, and if this was fully repaired, it would be 1.0 and 0.5, with greater waterproofing. So you know what, I think I'll just take the plunge, and we'll wear 2 of those sweaters, scrapping this one. It's more general warmth with less windproofing, which I'd kind of prefer. Alright, how's our stamina? Let's go outside, run around. Alright, that'll do. We don't even have to eat. We can actually just sleep with the calories in our belly right now. So let's drop our moose rations. It's honestly considerably bright tonight. Beautiful. Alright, we have some daylight now. We can get a good look. And it's the crack of dawn, so we got a lot of daylight to burn through before it gets dark again. Yeah, we'll harvest this. And then if we get marooned by a blizzard or something, we can spend time repairing instead of just holding our cock in our hands, you know? Although that is warm and cozy, isn't it? Only the bros will understand how comfortable it is to hold your cock when you're, like, just chilling. It's its own creature. You have to, like, comfort it. Now, I don't really know where to go, but it looks like I could theoretically skip that rope climb over there if I went around that way. And given the fact that I'm over encumbered, I think I'll just do that. Oh, Jesus. Right. Okay. Wolf jacket and vest are equipped. Just in case. Wolf up there. Now, where does that rope climb actually lead to, I wonder? Oh, up here. We're definitely grabbing these. So, where's that rope climb, huh? Here it is. So this is where that climb gets you. It's quite a high climb, though. I'd rather walk down that snowy hill. Oh, and we forgot our moose meat. Alright, well, I guess it's a good thing we came back. I wonder if you can get up that hill. It's not worth the sprain, honestly. Let's just go back down. Now, I think what I'm going to do is go up the same way I did before, except I'll turn left. If we keep on going this way, I'm pretty sure we end up at the fire tower. And then from the fire tower, we just go down the street, pretty much, and we'll be at the cave that connects this place to Pleasant Valley. And while it is extraordinarily unlikely that I'll find any loot down that rope climb, I would like to check if I can. Anything around here? Doesn't look like it. Okay. I see a whetstone. Driving gloves. Well, not seeing much else in here other than the whetstone that we grabbed. Now, the thing is, if I hop down there, I don't know how hard it is to get back up here. So I will be going blind if I go down there. With no real knowledge of what the consequences will be. And I know that there's just, like, a dead body down there in a shallow little cave. But we can get back up here going that way, I presume. So I'll take the risk. We'll go down. And I'll see what's what. Even if it is a longer walk to get to that cave that we want to get to. They're circling overhead over there, so... But I think that those crows belong to this body. Strange as it is that they're over there. Anyway, we got some fire fuel here. It isn't nothing. And the conditions are becoming favorable now to have a mag lens fire. Let's take a peek. Cabins. Intact cabins, actually. Let's find a way down that doesn't involve climbing the rope. Alright. Let's harvest this. How are we doing on water? Alright, we still got 4 liters. We're good. Nothing to worry about there. We are going to hoof it, as long as it takes, as encumbered as we are, to that connector cave, and then we'll just drop everything at the entrance. And then we'll proceed into that cave, gathering all the coal we can on our way to Thompson's Crossing. And if there's anything at Thompson's Crossing that I want to bring here, I will grab it. But, largely it's just checking for a jerry can and gathering coal. Anyway, we're gonna start heading that way, and try to get back up the hill. I wonder if there's any purpose to this hill. We're very encumbered, and that's a lot of sprain risk to deal with on a maybe. Oh my god. I have to do this. I have no choice. Alright. Let's proceed. If nothing else, it was some archery experience, right? We need level 5 anyway. Do I follow the road or do I risk the shortcut? Let's risk the shortcut. Oof. At least we don't have that much sprain risk on here. But I don't think that this is actually going to lead us to anything valuable. I don't think we can get up that hill, so I'm going to turn back before I regret it. Hey, a trailer. Right on. Okay, so, you know, oh, and yeah, that looks like a road. So we're going to warm up at this trailer right here. It's something, right? I really hope that that leads me to the connector between Pleasant Valley and Coastal Highway. We gotta get there. And hopefully there's lockers in here. I'll use this as my place to deposit loot while I go up there, if so. And I'll check around the back of the trailer for a potential jerry can. You never know. Sadly, there is no storage space in here. Alright. Now, let's head up that hill, see what we can see. Oh, we're not going. Not like this. Now, I wish I had daylight. Maybe we could actually do some repairs in that case, but given that we don't, we're gonna have to make do. Looks like that's it for the blizzard. It's time to go. We have coal, we have a book, we can start an emergency fire if it's absolutely necessary. It looks like one of those wooden fences. I'm hoping I'll just crest the hill, the fucking cave will be right here. It looks like it. This looks like the place where you'd emerge from the cave. Yeah, fire tower over there. I recognize the location. Alright guys, we made it. So once we get inside, hopefully there's going to be lockers or one of those red series of drawers. We can deposit all of our really heavy shit, and then we can light a torch, walk through there, and find whatever we can find. Let's head in. Come to think of it, it probably would have been a good idea to just leave the lantern behind, right? Can we even get like a moment of light here? Literally a moment. Alright, we're gonna have to just drop things here. 39 sticks, 11 books, and since the lantern is dead, you know what? Okay, hatchet, knife, this book, drop the lantern. Alright, now we just light a torch and we hit the road through here and see what we can see. Coal. Police mittens. More coal. This is a long cave, though. I'm well aware that this is a very long cave, and I'll want to be quick getting through here. As quick as possible. I see nothing under those shelves. Another 10. Look at that. And we'll drop this cedar. Like, I'm just so convinced that we're going to find a lot of loot in here. I want to stay light. And I want to leave stuff as much as I can closer to that exit. The travois will more or less make the journey back a non-issue, but... Oh, emergency stim, what? Right on. I very well could have left here without finding that. I'm glad I look as thoroughly as I do. Is there a dead end? Either of these paths? Yeah, this one. Alright. Let's continue. Come on, Daddy wants a jerry can. I'm gonna make a judgment call here. 36. Oh my god. Yeah, we're a lot lighter now. We'll collect everything on the way back, and then we'll cart it all back home in Coastal Highway. I just hope we don't, like, if you're carrying a travois and you get attacked by a bear, does he destroy it? Can you imagine? Alright, we've made it to this end, at least. And nothing here. Alright guys, I'm gonna pause the game, I'm gonna check my list, and I'm gonna see if there's anything in Milton that we want to grab. Sorry, not Milton. Thompson's Crossing. Alright guys, there's nothing I want there, but I did check the list. We found 4 jerry cans so far. Their locations are as follows. Yep, we made it on that one torch. This is an issue though. Oh, you know what? Okay, we'll rest here. And as long as we rest, we might have enough daylight to see that pile of shit on the ground right there. 540. Please don't get food poisoning. Alright, right on. And then, half of that. Ugh, of course there's a blizzard, but we did come prepared for this, so let's start repairing some clothing. I'm gonna drop this sewing kit temporarily. Just because I don't like how it makes me click to the side just to get to my fish hooks. There we go. I want it to be as late as it can possibly be. Hopefully another blizzard doesn't start, because if it doesn't, then we'll be in a pretty good position here. Alright, we're gonna want to get Well, pretty much all the way, if we can. Beautiful conditions. Absolutely gorgeous conditions for travel. Let's hope it lasts. 55 coal. That's remarkable. Alright, let's grab the rest and load it up, and then get going. Maybe I'll even prepare a hot drink. Alright, that's everything that was left on the ground. $11 books. 39 sticks. We'll use the Wilderness Kitchen to start the fire. We'll use one of these books. I might even research the Wilderness Kitchen, honestly. Alright. So, let's do it. Egg lens. Start. In fact, I want to try something. I still have unanswered questions about the effectiveness of the insulated flask, and I'd kind of like to test something to get more definitive answers. I'm going to completely empty it, warm up all the drinks around this fire, and then completely fill it with all the hot drinks. And I'm going to test the duration of how long these drinks all stay hot when they all start out warm. Alright, they're all warming up. So let's just pick one. This one. Take the longest. Alright. Now we load 4 of these into here. And then drink the other one. Now, we simply get going. Oh yeah, we got a lot of shit in there. Alright, let's go. Cannot carry travois on steep slopes. And you know what really sucks? I can't actually stop or turn around or anything. Wow, that's annoying. So we're gonna take everything out. Pick up the travois, and we'll try to... Oh, this is gonna suck. We're probably gonna get a lot of sprains. This might not be a good idea, but I am gonna do it. Ow. What do you think, guys? You think we'll be able to make it to the road from here? Let's see. I think so. I think we're good now. As much as I want to warm up inside that trailer, I also feel like the weather's too good. I'd rather just drink a hot drink and keep walking than stop and risk the weather changing, you know what I mean? It looks like if you have one hot drink in there and the rest are all cold, then you'll actually have less time on the hot drink than if all of the drinks were heated up before putting them in. It's kind of like putting one hot drink into a flask that has 5 other cold drinks will dilute the heat and make it wear away faster, you know? That's the impression I got. Well guys, it's been a long day, but we finally pretty much made it back home. And we have a significant amount of fire fuel now. Oh yeah, oh yeah, that's completely full, pretty much. So we'll take that. Alright, we're gonna have to put the rest inside the house for now. When you have no lantern fuel, the next best thing is just whipping out your bedroll. As you can see, it helps you to find the doorways. And now I'm at the bed. We don't really need to repair the travois right now. It doesn't gain superior function in being repaired, so it's just not really necessary. Now, I will be hopping off of here soon because, you know, I want to spend some time with my cat. My wife found a wound on his leg. We don't know where it came from, and we don't know how bad it is. But last year we literally lost a dog, our dog Buttercup, after her dental surgery because we didn't notice she was being lethargic and she got an infection, right? And the infection ended up claiming her life overnight as she slept in bed with us. So I'm gonna dote on our little Theo, and you know, we're gonna keep an eye on him, and we're gonna get him to a vet if he's showing signs of lethargy over the next couple days. But yeah, this episode might be shorter than some of the others because I'm gonna be hopping off of here to spend some time with him in a bit. Just so you guys know. Since we have sunlight, I'll do a fishing trip, and then after this fishing trip, that's pretty much going to be when I call it. Alright guys, I suppose, pick a cabin, any cabin. It looks like that one on the other side of the wolf is closest. We could use this one, over there. And then the back of the cat, well, you know what? I'm gonna do this one because home is literally straight ahead from it. So that seems the smartest option. We can get home just by leaving straight out the door. Alright, mag lens and book, 100% chance to start the fire. Alright. We will have to unequip our clothing before we start this. And how long we go depends entirely upon how long our fishing tackle lasts. Anyway, all of our clothing has been deposited. Stove is full of fuel. We have no water. Wow, derp. Alright, we'll have to go grab some water and then come back. Shouldn't take too long, though. Right, the door faces home. That's actually really useful. Oh god, you know what? We don't have any clothing, so I'm taking a massive risk here. Like a stupid massive risk. I'm butt naked, for one. So, frostbite risk, right? But I'm also just extraordinarily vulnerable, so we have to be extra careful. I could die to a struggle if I get in one right now. I didn't think of this, and I should have. But we're here. We have to try to get it done. Clench your butt cheeks and pray for the best with me. Let's try to scout this place real quick before we hop down. I see no wolves nearby. We're taking all of that. But we just have to make it to that hut where the fire is, and then we'll be fine. I sure as shit don't want to accidentally aim my bow, or else he's running at me. And if I miss that shot, that's a lost playthrough, potentially. Even likely, so. Extreme caution. Frostbite risk. Alright, let's go. We make a mad dash, and we might make it on our current stamina. Okay, we're good. We've made it. And now we have water. 7 liters of it. Yeah, we need the lamp oil, so that's good. We're getting a good amount per fish cooked. And we keep this up, we'll have a full lantern in no time. Our catch to broken line ratio is pretty good. Oh, okay, there's our first line that snapped. Let's load up the fire some more. And now let's get some rest. Alright. Nice. God, that's like a third of a tank in total. We're doing good for lantern fuel now. Makes me very happy. Alright, we're fed. Let's drink. Well, so far, very good. We're getting a respectable amount of fuel for our lantern. Yes, 0.40 liters. Oh, that's awesome. We're gonna aim for a liter. We just need a liter. And then we can fully fill the lantern. Alright. Fishing line snapped. Now we're almost out of water, but I'm honestly pretty comfortable with the amount of lantern oil that we've already gotten. Yeah, we almost have a full lantern. Alright, let's eat that. It is at 100%. We won't get food poisoning. I better be careful when I step outside this hut, eh? Like, I could definitely be sieged upon by a wolf if I'm not careful. And I'm naked, so extraordinarily vulnerable and very likely to die if I do get set upon. Another coho salmon. I wonder what our fishing level's at now. I mean, we must be close, right? To getting a level up? Ice fishing... Oh, God, not even. Damn, that's grindy. Alright. Let's cook that. Fish for an hour while we do. Beautiful. Lantern fuel. Alright, we can officially fully fill our lantern. Oh, right, okay, it takes a full liter. I don't know why I thought it took 0.80, but maybe because the weight of the lantern is 1.8 when it's full. Maybe that's where the misconception came from. Either way, we're doing just fine. So let's get some sleep now, and then we'll keep fishing. And cabin fever won't be a problem for another 10 years after all this. That's it for all of our fire fuel that we brought with us. So this is, you know, we're approaching the end of our fishing journey here. I honestly hate stepping outside of this door to deposit shit. Because you know you stink, right? And if a wolf just so happens to be close when you go out there to dump that fish, oh my god. You know what? I'm gonna make a little judgment call here and just sort of... Like, I need something. So... maybe I can just wear the wolfskin coat, you know? Well, 12%. The only reason I don't want to wear the ballistic vest is I'm pretty sure it actually takes damage from the wind and you can't repair it. But I will wear it. Just so that if we do get in a struggle, we're 100%, like, we're gonna make it out of that struggle alive. It's important. Nothing's a buzzkill quite like death, right? we're gonna want to make sure we have enough water. Ugh. Alright, we'll make some water before we run out of fuel fully. But we want to have enough water to actually sleep and then wake up when we're home. Alright, well, we've successfully met the end of fully filling up our lantern with leftover fuel to spare. And yes, I thought that it held 0.80 liters because of this 1.80. Alright. So 5 hours left. Let's make a little bit of water and just fish for like half an hour at a time. It kind of sucks. I wish I had a cooking pot instead, but this is the best I can do. Anyway, that will be good enough for now. And then we'll use our fire back at base to actually mass produce water. Oh god, I got the well-fed bonus. I didn't even notice that. That's amazing. Fishing, eh? What an amazing thing. Alright, so we got 17 minutes left on that fire. We ain't gonna be cooking anything else. But that's okay. We have a little bit of extra lantern fuel for later. We have the water that we require. Let's put our clothes on before we step outside. And then I want to go check on Theo, spend some time with him. Alright, we are fully geared up. And there's nothing else in those containers. May as well take this out, right? Now we are quite encumbered. But we'll get home regardless. Look at that. Look how dark it is. Alright, but straight out the door. That's all we gotta do. Okay, we have no scent even though we're carrying this fish on us. It's light enough to avoid it, scent-wise. So let's get this stuff back home. That's a great little hack that you can just sort of walk straight, like exactly straight to get home when you're done. That way if there is a blizzard, you're not pissing in the wind, you know? It'd be scary nonetheless, but it works. We're gonna dump all this fish over here. And we have these for a safe meal pretty soon. Alright. God, that well-fed bonus, man. We have crazy carry weight right now. That's awesome. Anyway, we have just enough water to get a full sleep and then fully hydrate ourselves. So we'll do that. I don't think I'm gonna stay fed, though. The well-fed bonus is just kind of like, you don't really need it. It's an optional little helper. Anyway, we'll keep that lantern fuel right there so I know I have it. Alright, we still have a little bit of water left. Not much. And it looks like all the deer hides we got are now cured. Same with the birch and maple saplings. Damn, man. Alright, let's get an exact count on how many of these we have now. Alright, let's give the inventory one more once over before we wrap up for the day. It's weird, Oh, I figured there'd be more fishing tackles that were destroyed in my inventory. I thought I had like 2 or 3 break. I don't know what's up with that. Anyway, let's drop this spoiled food here, and we'll eat it when we're desperate. Alright. I have proceeded to mark the lantern fuel and the extra emergency stim that we have. And I think other than that, like, we're pretty much good. We don't really need to deal with anything right now. And although we could craft the fucking bear hide bedroll, it's just not really necessary right now. One more thing I'd like to do though, before we wrap up here, is I'm going to repair the bedroll. I'm gonna get it back up to 100%. Or at least as close as is feasible, you know? What is this? It's faded. Whatever, I don't know, that's weird. Let's see if it loses durability like normal. Yeah. Alright, if it was really bugged, I would have just dropped it somewhere and forgot about it, but... That's weird, though. I think that it failed to register one of my lines breaking. Unless I'm mistaken and they only had 1 break, but I'm not sure. Anyway, guys, I'm going to step outside and then step back inside and, save the game. And then that's it. That's it for today's adventure, and we will pick things up the next time. Although, ooh, sunlight. Alright, so when we come back, we're going to immediately want to take advantage of this sunlight to make some water. Alright, and don't worry, me and my friend Mitch, we had a huge Lethal Company spree, but a lot of it's out of our system. A lot of the recordings we made are edited, and we're going to slow down there a little bit. And, so I'll be hopping back in here with more regularity. I know it was a very long wait time between the previous episode and this one, so... Anyway, guys, I want to thank you very much for choosing to spend this time here with me today. I hope that you're still enjoying the adventure. I know that we are approaching kind of the late game, and that it almost seems, it seems like we're running out of stuff to do. But I thoroughly enjoy it. I'm still having fun, and I still look forward to exploring the Tales from the Far Territories content. You know, I want to see it. I never have, and I think that that's going to be a really interesting experience. As far as I know, we found 1 respirator cartridge in this playthrough, so we'll have to use it. Find the gas mask, you know? Anyway, guys, don't forget to check the pinned comment down below for the word of the day and a health cookie. And, well... just thank you for being here. Thank you for all the support. And I hope that you're not only enjoying my adventure, but getting better ideas for yours as well, learning new tips and tricks to carry you next time you brave the long, dark perils of Interloper difficulty. Anyway, guys, rock on, take care, and peace out. I will see you in the next one.